Welcome to BFSI classes, Domain Business Correspondent, Chapter Types of Deposit. Banks in India perform various functions, but normally there are two main functions that every commercial bank to perform. They are accepting deposits and lending money. There are different types of deposits and there are different accounts which have different features. In this chapter, we discuss about the types of deposit only. Deposits can be broadly classified into two. They are demand deposits and term deposits. Demand deposits composed current account and savings bank account, while the time deposit can be separated as fixed deposit and recurring deposit. Now, let us elaborate these types of deposit as one by one. Current accounts form a large portion of demand deposits of a bank. Current accounts can be opened by individuals, business entities, institutions, government bodies or departments, societies, liquidators, receivers, trust, etc. Now let us look into the main features of the current account. The main features of current account are: there are no restrictions on the number and amount of withdrawal or deposits. The current account will have checkbook facility and is provided to each account holder. All current accounts are non-interest bearing accounts. It is the exclusive feature of current account. Overdraft facility is available for all current account holders. Overdraft is a facility whereby banks honor checks drawn by current account customers even when the balance in the account is less than the amount of the checks. Regular overdraft facility is given as per agreement made beforehand. In this case, the bank honors checks drawn in more than the credit balance but not more than the overdraft limit. The bank charges agreed interest on the overdraft portion of savings. The account holder gets periodically from the bank branch statements of accounts for reconciliation and record. Second type is savings bank accounts. Savings bank accounts are intended for keeping savings behavior of individuals and small businesses for meeting their future money needs. Interest is given by banks on these accounts with a view to encourage saving habit in the community. The savings bank account are of two types: those with checkbook facility and those without checkbook facility. The checkbook facility accounts in which withdrawals are permitted by checks drawn in favor of self or other parties, while the non-checkbook facility accounts are those accounts where withdrawals are permitted to the account holders only at the bank. Now let us look into the main features of the savings bank account. The main features of savings bank account are as follows. Savings bank account withdrawals are permitted on demand of the account holder by presentment of check or withdrawal form or letter. Banks put some restriction on the number of withdrawals per month, per quarter, amount of withdrawal per day, minimum balance to be maintained in the account, etc. Banks pay interest on the basis of daily average balance maintenance. Interest on savings bank account is deregulated now. Earlier it was regulated by RBI, and now the banks are allowed to offer as per their own discretion to savings bank account holders as interest. No overdraft in excess of the credit balance in savings account is permitted by banks. Most banks provide to savings account holder a passbook where date-wise debit or credit transaction and credit balances are shown as per the customer's ledger account maintained by the bank. Now let us look into deep to the term deposits. What are the different types of term deposits? Term deposits are of two types. They are fixed deposits and recurring deposits. First of all, we will look into the fixed deposits. Fixed deposits are those deposits which are repaid on fixed maturity date with the principal and agreed interest rate for the period, and no operations are allowed against the deposit. The main features of fixed deposits are as follows. Fixed deposits are for specific periods and specified interest rates, and it cannot be changed even through the interest rates changes. Banks offer varying interest rates for different maturities as decided by the boards. Those term deposits which are held for periods of 6 months and less are called short-term deposits or short deposits, and a deposit receipt is issued by the bank branch accepting the fixed deposit, mentioning the depositor's name, principal amount, maturity period and interest rate, and dates of deposits and its maturity, etc. Many banks prepay fixed deposits if they decide to accommodate customers' request. Now the last type of deposit is recurring deposit. Recurring deposits are following features. Recurring deposits are those deposits which include the following features. They are: the customer deposits into the account a fixed sum at prefixed frequency, and the interest rate payable on recurring deposits is prefixed and it is generally a little lower than the fixed deposit rate for the same period. The total amount deposited along with the interest is repaid on the maturity date. The depositor may be allowed to take advance against the deposits or to have the deposits prepaid before the maturity.